everyone. So today's video is actually doesn't have a paper pad because it's just like different random pieces of paper that I've either found in, you know, like the individual slots that you find at the craft store, or they're just torn from random paper pads. But nonetheless, it is still gorgeous. And this one is a Manly album, so wow, like we don't see these that often. But anyways, the album itself, in the inside, it is 7.5 by 5.5, and the cover is 8 by 6. And so I wanted to do something a little bit different. It was mainly a hunting album, and so I decided to do kind of like a little collage of stuff. I have a little Explorer sticker down here, and I folded up this paper that kind of made it look like maps. Got some burnt paper down here with some, you know, globes and a little tree down here. And then the spine, I really love the spine. And then also I put twine right here. But look at that. It has little antlers, the name, and then little trees. And then again, we have that really awesome orange distressed paper back here, and it is textured, and so it's kind of gives it more of a personality, I should say. But anyways, so here on the inside, we have this really awesome diamond pattern, I guess you could call it, flannel style looking paper. And so then also, when we get started, you'll see just a few of these pages have a border punch on them, and they're little trees, little pine trees. And so I don't get to use this punch that often, so I went ahead and busted it out. And so for this first page, this was a singular page, but I really liked the glitter on it, and I didn't want to cut it off or cut around it. So what I ended up doing is just taking an X-Acto knife, and I just kind of cut around all the images. And this will hold like about, I think, a 3 by 5 photo, because this is a 4 by 6, but I left it open there and here in the back, so that way you can just kind of like tuck it in there. And then for this page, I did a little deer, and this one will hold a 4 by 6 pretty perfectly in there. All right, and so this photo was commissioned by my cousin, and she wanted to be able to put photos 4 by 6 and just be able to slap them down, and they look nice on there. So I just went ahead and made it a fairly decent sized album. And then I found some of this map or travel paper or something like that. It was in a paper stack that I had, but I thought it fit perfectly in this album. And so I tried to make this album as interesting as I could. And so anyways, I did make my own little vinyl stickers too. So this one says Thrill of the Kill. You can see my camera there. It's a very reflective vinyl. And then on the background, I don't know if you saw as well, it is like a little deer with inside a sight line. There we go. Okay, and so for this one will hold a 4 by 4 photo perfectly. And I did leave it open in the back just in case, you know, it's a bigger photo or she wants to put a few other photos in there. And then this one, oh my gosh, it is, this is my favorite page of all. It's so simple, yet it's so beautiful. And so I just added a little tag right here that says Trailhead, and then I created this sticker using vinyl as well as paper. And so I thought it just came out so gorgeous. All right. And so for this side, I did this one that says Happy Trails, and then it says this way, that way. And I did leave it open in the back, so you can just kind of slide a photo in there, and then if she wanted, she could just glue these down. And then I left the pop dots with the open, so that way all she has to do is peel them off in the back. All right, and this is another one of my favorite papers in the collection. It has this little, kind of reminds me of like a Mexican blanket. We had one in our house growing up, and so I wanted to include that along with little journaling tags right here and here. And then right here will fit another 4 by 6 photo. So we go. So I did have to print a Manly photo for this album. So I got my brother Nick right here to help me out. He doesn't know it, but he is fitting in perfectly with this album. All right, and then it has a little pocket up here. Oops, so I pulled this one out too. Okay, so this one again is that little map paper, but again it fit perfectly because once you lay a 4 by 6 down, you really get that dramatic effect of the, you know, map in the background. Okay, So for this one, again, it's a little vinyl sticker cardstock creation with another little tag. And this was a part of one of the actual papers. It wasn't like, you know, like a tag collection or anything. It was like just the paper had a whole bunch of words, and so I cut one of the little words out. And then so it has this really, I found this really beautiful outdoor moose and pine tree paper, and I really love the color on this one. And then again here I just created like a little tear with some inking, and then I popped out it in the back. There we go. And this one will fit probably, this is a 4x6 photo, so it'll probably fit 4x5. And then, oh, I'm so sorry, I always forget to turn off my notifications in my videos. And that's of course when my family likes to message me. Alright, so for this one I am going to include some little icons or whatever, little stickers, so that way she can finish off this album, because I feel like if you put a 4x6 photo right here and then just add like a little fishy right here or a little pine tree or something, you know, it'll look very, very, I was going to say cute, but I don't want to use that to describe a manly album. It'll look very outdoorsy. Alright, and then this one will fit a 4x6 photo perfectly. And then again, we have this little repeating pattern for the pullout. Okay, so for this one was my husband's favorite page because he really liked this cardstock cutout. I got this from the, I want to say it's the Campin' Critters. I don't know, I just found it on Design Space. But then I also added this little journaling tag that fit it perfectly. And then I also added these little signs that I just kind of glued on top of it, as well as I don't know if you can see it or not, but I drew on the road lines there. So they're a little bit wonky, but I felt like I did a pretty good job doing that. Alright, so that just tags behind, or I mean sticks behind there. And so for this one, oh, this one is so awesome. I did a little vinyl and cardstock, but it's a little deer within the sight line, and then I die cut the word steady because this one was supposed to say steady aim fire, but the steady had ripped off when I was taking it off the Cricut mat, and so I just used a different texture and a different color just to kind of give it a little bit more personality there. And then so for this one, more journaling tags are for small photos, a 4x6 photo here, and it's just a side pocket. Okay, putting it in the wrong way. Alright, so this one is another one of my favorite pages. It just says nice shot right here with the little guy hiding and the deer in the background. And then this one says hunters are gonna hunt. However, I did mess up and I glued this whole thing down instead of leaving it open in the back, which is fine because you could probably do some little wallet photos here and a wallet photo here, same thing over here, so that way, you know, or some journaling, you know, you can even do some nice journaling there. Alright, so for this one, I just did a little page, a little compass page, and it says Road Sweet Road. And then this one, it's a belly band page, but for some reason, it wasn't wanting to be a tight hold, so I did have to use a little pop dot, kind of like a banner, I don't know, right here, to kind of stop these photo mats from coming out. But they're all just different patterns of paper that are within the collection. So when you put it in, this kind of stops them from falling out. Alright, and then we have this photo here, this photo mat. And so again, it's just a repeating pattern. Alright, so when we turn to the last page, this is another one of my favorite pages, only because I get to sneak glitter in here, and it wasn't by my standards, it was by the paper paper itself, whoever created the paper. But anyways, it says big game hunting area, has little binoculars, just a lot of little stuff. And I didn't want to really do anything with this one because, like I said, I'm giving her little icons. I'm trying to see, like, kind of like stuff like this and this that she can just put a photo here and then put them over the photo, so that way it gives it a little bit dimension and everything's just not kind of, you know, hiding in the background. But anyways, this one I thought came out pretty awesome because, like I said, it has a lot of the glitter and images in the backdrop that make it look interesting anyway. So yeah, I hope she likes it. I hope you like it, and hopefully it inspires you to make a hunting album. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye!